everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, then I'm Katie and I live in the southwest of England with my family of 4, my husband Simon and my teenage daughters Hannah and Rebecca. I've been to Tesco today with my husband Simon, and we normally do click and collect because I just find it a lot easier. If you weren't aware, I'm legally blind, so sometimes getting about is a little bit difficult for me. So I normally do click and collect, so I just find that a lot easier. But today we went into the store, kind of partly because I was a bit unorganised this week. And yeah, I just didn't get around to writing my list really and doing the shopping in time. So we decided we'd go in. It wasn't too bad. They've changed the layout a little while ago and we haven't really been in there much recently. So, I just tried to keep, when I write my list, I try and do it in sections. So I write out everything I need and then I rewrite it out in like all the fruit and vegetables all together. Any like bready kind of products, bready, cakey, kind of things like that in another section. You know, cereals all together, anything like that really. Any like baking stuff and eggs together. Just saves a little bit of time, even though I don't know the exact layout. Normally those sorts of things are all in the same sort of places as each other. So it does make a little bit easier. Anyway, it does make it a little bit more challenging when it comes to writing down the offers, because normally in my shopping videos, if you've seen me before, I go through all of the club card price offers first for you so you can see how much they all cost me. Going into store makes it a little bit more complicated because I normally go through my online receipt and write down all the prices and the offers beforehand. But obviously going into store, I did kind of try and look online at the prices, so I have got them written down. There are possibly 1 or 2 things I've missed, but basically everything is on there that I can find. So yeah, I'm going to go through those first for you now, and then I will show you my meal plan and my total cost for my whole shopping, which is actually kind of high this week. Not because I went into store particularly, because I already had written a list out and I stuck to the list pretty well, apart from a punnet of cherries. So yeah, let's get on and do the shopping. Right, you're going to start off today's offers with the mushrooms, and these were 99p instead of 1.29. The next offer that I bought was these. So quite a lot of the Tesco Finest sausages and some like ham and things like that were on an offer, 2 for £5. These are normally, the pigs in blankets are normally £3.25, and these sausages are usually £3. We haven't tried these ones before, pork and Bramley apple sausages, so I thought they might be nice to try. But yeah, those were 2 for £5. Got another little tub of clover. I'm waiting for the big ones to come off on offer again. This is £2.60 down to £1.90. So I sent Simon off to go and find some of the Peppa Pig yogurts that we usually get. They weren't any in stock apparently, so he's come back with these Petit Filous. I'm not sure if these are fromage fraise. I can't actually find where it says. I'm hoping that they are. I know for a fact that Rebecca won't eat the banana ones. I've just noticed that there's some banana ones, so I should have just not bought them really. So these were on offer at £1.50 instead of £1.95. Now we quite like these burgers. Tesco Finest Extra Mature Cheddar Burgers. These are currently on an offer at £3.50 instead of £4.25. We've got some Tesco Free From Cream Crackers. These are £1.20 instead of £1.50. Pretty much all of the gluten-free or free from products are on an offer. So if you are in need of any gluten-free things or free from things, because a lot of it's free from other things like milk and stuff as well, then have a little look in Tesco's, because basically everything is on offer. We've got 2 of the Saint Pierre crepes. Now, I wasn't originally going to buy these either. I was going to buy a different brand of crepes. But these ones were on offer. They didn't have the ones I originally wanted. So these were £1.60 instead of £2.10. I've got another one of the Summer Fruits Robinsons, because Rebecca really liked this last time. And I know it's only single like concentrate, it's not double or quadruple concentrate like I would normally buy, but she did like this, and it was £1.25 instead of £2.30. We've got another pack of gala apples. I usually buy a pack of these. They are £1.20 instead of £1.70 still. I've got a big punnet of raspberries. They are £3.80 instead of £4.25. And a couple of punnets of strawberries. These were £2 instead of £2.50. And my last couple of offers for this week were crisps. So I've got these Pom Bears. I haven't bought these in a very long time. I usually buy the own brand type ones. And these were £1.50 instead of £1.75. Just a quick little voiceover here. The quavers weren't actually on offer. The smaller packs were on offer, but the 12 pack was not. Alright, so we've got some fridge and dairy and sort of frozen-y bits here. So we've got some unsalted butter. Planning on making some brownies. Hannah said she was going to take some into work for her work colleagues to have. So we're making some of those. Got some large eggs. So we need large eggs for brownies. I'm actually going to try and make some gluten-free ones as well this time. So, you know, I'll let you know how they turn out. Got 2 lots of 12 medium free range eggs because basically I would use the last few eggs recently. We had tons of eggs before, but with all this warm weather and making Yorkshire puddings and so on like that, we've used all of the eggs. So I've got 2 lots of 4 pints of semi-skimmed milk. Got 1 pack of 5% beef steak mince. And I've got a big pack of chicken. I was going to buy some beef this time, but they didn't have what I wanted in Marks and Spencer's, which is where I was going to get the beef from. So we're just going to have chicken with our roast. And I'll try for beef next time. Got some cod fillets here. Now, this has been something I've been looking at for a couple of weeks, but I've gone for the frozen ones. The reviews aren't the best on them. But there's no fish counter anymore. And the fresh ones were like, the ones with no skin, because I do not want the skin on it. The ones with no skin were like £6.20 for 2. So I was like, well, that's quite a lot of money. And I'd need to buy 2 packs. So that'd be £12 just for some fish. So I went with the frozen ones just to see what they're like. I've got some garden peas. I always buy the biggest pack. Although I've got to go a bit careful with the freezer because it is a bit dodgy. I had to fix it the other night myself. And then we've got some homestyle straight cut chips. I was going to buy the Tesco Finest ones, but actually the chunky chips, these ones sort of feel about the same size as the chunky chips did. So, and they're a little bit cheaper. Our fruit and veg wise, we've got some cherry tomatoes, some classic round tomatoes, like salad tomatoes. Got 3 more cucumbers because we actually used 4 cucumbers last week. It's got 1 bag of carrots. And just an iceberg lettuce. Sometimes I like a little gem lettuce, but they have got quite a peppery sort of taste. Whereas sometimes an iceberg lettuce doesn't really, in my opinion, doesn't really taste it very much. And I do sometimes prefer this in sandwiches and things. Got a couple of heads of broccoli. I was going to get loose broccoli because I just don't like all the plastic really. But they were absolutely tiny, the loose broccoli. So I just picked 2 of these ones up. Got a couple of cauliflowers. They were also, some of them were not very big as well. Got 2 sort of decent sized ones. So one doesn't matter if it's a little bit smaller than the other. Then I got 1 bag of sweet potatoes. I was going to buy some sweet potato fries, but they're almost like double the price of this just the sweet potato. So I thought I'd buy my own and make my own sweet potato fries. Then we have some British all-rounder potatoes. I tend to buy these because rather than buying loads of different types of potatoes, I do chips, we do jackets, I do boiled, mashed and roast potatoes with these, and they all seem to be pretty good. Then fruit wise, I just got a few bananas. We do still have some. They went ripe very quickly, so we need to eat the other ones up, but we've got 5 bananas. Got some limes and some lemons this time. So Hannah will be very happy because she quite likes to suck a lemon. Then we have got some blueberries. This is the thing that was not on my list, but I couldn't help myself when I saw it. Big, lovely big punnet of cherries. It was £5, but you get loads of cherries in there. And again, some more nectarines. We had some of these last week and they were really, really tasty. Really juicy, really flavoursome. So I thought we'd pick up 2 of those. Then we got some like bread type products. So we've got some mini rolls, just some other Hoppers mini rolls. Got a double chocolate Swiss roll We have had the cheaper version before, but the girls found it a bit too dry, so these are a little bit less dry, a little bit more expensive and a bit smaller, but a little bit nicer, I think. So I was looking for a cheese bloomer, but I didn't think they had any, so this will do. Just a normal crusty sliced bloomer. I prefer it when they're already sliced. And then Rebecca's not the biggest fan of bloomer, so just some white bread as well, just in case anybody wants some toast, or Rebecca's for her sandwiches and things. Then we got a pack of cream crackers because everybody likes these. I've got some gluten-free ones for myself, so got some more of these for anybody. The girls have been having them as well for their lunch. Got one pack of Scotch pancakes. They are very tasty. Rebecca likes these with a little bit of honey on them or a bit of fruit on the side. And some classic egg waffles. These are great for breakfasts. And I prefer to buy the 6-pack, the ones with the 6 in, because the waffles are a little bit bigger. And we just got some pain au chocolat here as well. Got a pack of Tesco brioche burger buns. I do still have Warburton's brioche rolls for me in the freezer. And also a pack of chocolate muffins. They had the in-store bakery. There must have been a bit of an issue online last week. I'm not sure if it was just our store or everywhere, but I couldn't get any of the in-store bakery items online, whereas I've checked this week and they're all back on there available to buy. Right, this is all the last bits and bobs. So we've got one of these tomato passatas. Now, these are not available online, so they are like 49p. And the cheapest ones are the next ones up online for me to buy. They were 55p. So I have realised by going in that there are things that you cannot get online for some reason. I don't know why, because they literally pick and pack your shopping from the same store as where I went in to shop today. So I don't know whether all of the products aren't available to everybody. I feel like that's kind of not very inclusive actually, but there we go. So I got some hazelnut chocolate spread. Got some dark chocolate, 2 lots of this. I do have some, but I want to make a double lot of brownies, potentially, because I want to make 1 normal lot, at least, maybe 2 normal lots, and 1 gluten-free lot. So I've got 2 white chocolate chips. Got 2 lots of milk chocolate chips. And also 2 lots of dark chocolate chips. Now, we don't always put these ones in the brownies anymore. So if you want to make triple chocolate brownies, then I've decided I will pop them in this time. Got 1 pack of noodles there for Rebecca for next Saturday. Got some pickled sliced beetroot. I bought the bigger jar this time because that little jar did not last very long for me and Simon. And 1 decaf classic coffee for Simon. I thought I bought one last week, but I must not have. I think I forgot. I was going to buy some kettle chips. You can't hardly read the packet, I'm afraid. I was going to buy some kettle chips for the girls. I spotted these crinkle cut sea salt Chardonnay vinegar crisps, so I thought they could give them a go. They might be nice. They're a little bit cheaper than the kettle chips, but they're still Tesco finest, so we'll see what they think. Got a box of cornflakes for Simon for his breakfast. He's got quite a few wheat biscuits left still as well. A couple more bottles of squash. We've got apple and blackcurrant. I do still have a load of that already. And a bottle of orange because we've run out and Simon is using lemon squash. I know he does like lemon, but also some orange. Got 1 big bottle, a 3 litre I think it is, bottle of vegetable oil. This is, I use a chip pan for making my chips at the weekend, so I need to change the oil in the chip pan. And we've got some nice cider vinegar, so I'm going to try and do a bit of a marinade for something next Sunday for some chicken. And just going to see what happens here. Hopefully it will be tasty. This week's meals beginning Monday the 23rd of June. We're having a roast dinner. Like I said, I was going to try and get some beef for today. Couldn't get hold of what I wanted to get. So we're just going to have chicken with some pigs in blankets and some stuffing that I already have in balls in the freezer that I made. Tuesday I'm going to try some home battered fish and chips. So I bought those cod fillets, and I thought, because I can't find it anywhere anyway, gluten-free battered cod. I can find breaded cod, but I want battered specifically, so I'm going to just make my own and hope that it works. And then obviously I've bought lemons and things partly to go with that. And then Wednesday we're going to have a sausage and veg pasta bake. Nice, lovely, healthy, filling, easy dinner. Thursday we are having a spaghetti bolognese. Not my favourite meal, but I will eat it. I just like to bulk mine and Simon's out a little bit with mushrooms and whatever, you know, whatever I can bulk it out with. Friday we're having tea. Not sure what we're going to have for tea yet. I think I will just see on the day what we fancy. Saturday we're doing burgers and homemade chips. Now I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have those mozzarella extra mature cheddar burgers, or if I'm going to try those chicken burgers I bought a couple of weeks ago. And then Sunday I'm going to do something a bit different. Hannah's probably still going to have her jacket potato because she loves that. Rebecca's probably still going to have her southern fried chicken breast chunks and something with that. But me and Simon will be doing sweet potato fries, and I'm going to do some grilled tangy sweet chicken. I'm going to see what it works out like. Hopefully it'll be nice. If it is, I will let you know and potentially make it again and do a video for that if it's tasty. So that is what we're having for our dinners this week. So that's all my shopping again for another week. I'm absolutely exhausted for going into the store. When you can't see very well, it actually, things exhaust you a lot more than you think they would, because I think my eyes are just working extremely hard all the time. So it makes you very, very tired a lot of the time. But yeah, we managed to get round. It wasn't too busy, which was very good. And I'm kind of getting to know the layout, and we've popped in there a couple of times. So fingers crossed, we might do it again. Because, like I said before, there's things available in store that are not an option for me to buy online, which I don't think is right, really. I think everything should be available, because some people don't have, you know, I struggle, but I can go in store. Whereas there are people that don't have transport or are actually stuck at home in a way that they are not able to go out at all. So I don't think it's very fair if they can't access all of the same foods and things that everybody else can that goes into store. Don't think that's very fair. Anyway, my total bill this week came to £154.52. So it's quite a bit. I did get a lot though. So I'm fairly happy with that. I got a lot for my money, and I did buy quite a lot of fruit this time. You know, the cherries on their own were £5. I spent £10 at least on cooking chocolate. So, you know, between the 2 bars of cooking chocolate and the chocolate chips. So that's quite a lot of money, isn't it? And £10 again on the chicken. So it's easy, it all adds up. It's so easy to spend a lot of money. But there we are. That is my shop done for this week. Hope you're all having a lovely week. And it's got very blowy out there, so I'm not sure if it's going to rain soon. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye! I just found this on the floor. I did buy this, and it is included in the total cost that I've told you. But a little sneaky one. Well, it's not that little, is it really, either? Big pack of 30 variety meaty pack of crisps. So yeah, that was also part of my shopping this week.